Hey, welcome everybody to the Funsaver Network Wednesday night How to Build Your Business call. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our very first inaugural Zoom call about how to build your business. We will be doing this every other week. So 2 weeks from tonight, we'll do it again. We invite you to be sure and invite your folks that's on your team to come here to this every other week for sure, so they can learn how to build their business and they can also learn about the compensation plan. So enough for me. Let me turn it over to my partner that's going to be doing this with me every other Wednesday night. And I'm so happy this is happening. It feels like we're back together again, and we are going to go build a monstrosity. Mr. Bob Bearden, my friend.
What's up, buddy?
Sir.
What's happening? Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? Give a chat. Put a one in the chat if you're having a great day. If you're having a great day, put a one in the chat.
Tell us where you're
I,
chiming in from.
yeah, that'd be cool to see that too. That'd be cool to see that too. You know, these Zooms guys are real laid back. There'll be some Q&A. You guys can ask some questions, but I don't think a lot of people understand the power of this comp plan. And it's really a two-part thing. We talked about last night, Ron and I. We talked about comp plan can be amazing, but without some work, nothing happens. Right? You got to work. Right? So it does take some work. It's not hard work, but I don't like to call it easy either. I like to call it simple. Right? Easy is something that's easy to do is just as easy not to do. So I don't like to use that word easy, but I just want to run through a couple of quick things with you guys. I'm not going to go long. I'm working on getting this PowerPoint knocked out for you guys so everybody can have this. But it's a little getting started right guide. Ron and I have been talking about it. We're going to put on here. I wonder why it won't let me move that. We're going to put on here the. Did I freeze up? Oh, I froze up. Oh shoot.
No, we can hear you. You're fine.
Yeah, I froze up. Let me close this video program. You know, I've been working hard on these videos today. The video program actually freezes everything up. Sorry about
I
that, guys.
got you.
I didn't know that was still open. So there's just a couple of things that are very congruent with any business you build. So this isn't anything new. I just want to bring it to everybody's attention. I made this getting started right guide. You'll be able to print this out. This will go in the school connection when Ron's done with it all. Very cool connection place. We want to make sure everybody is a part of that once that's finished. You're doing a great job on that, by the way, Ron. It's going to be
Thank you,
such a
man.
great communication place. But this first page just allows you to write down some information as a support in your password. You know, it seems like obvious, right? Like, well, I know my password, but it's amazing how many times I get calls about I can't get in, or whatever. You forgot your password. But I do know that the forgot password works here. But anyway, that's just kind of the first page of this. But as this goes
But this
through,
is super important. This is really important because I'm telling you, when your new people come on, make sure they go download this. And it's going to happen like tomorrow. It'll be downloadable. But you don't just look at this and go, oh, that's cool. No, take this thing and down where it says your sponsor, put your sponsor's name, phone number, and email. Then your sponsor, and that's fill this in because you never know when you need to reach out to somebody that can help you. And if we're going to work this as a team and we're going to come together as a team and a family, this is important to you. This is your contact list. This is your help. So it's important.
it is. You know, Ryan, blows me away every time somebody will reach out to me in every business I've been in, right? If they're in my downline somewhere, they'll reach out for some help, which will always help anybody. But I always ask them, well, who's your upline? And it blows my mind how people don't even know that, right? They might know their personal sponsor. Well, who's next? I don't know. Well, who's next? Guys, here's a tip. If you sponsor somebody new and you want that person to have multiple support in case you're not around, you got a job, you're working, whatever the case is, just do a three-way call with your new person, with your sponsor, right? And maybe that guy will get his sponsor on, or that lady will get their sponsor on. Maybe they'll get theirs on. You have a little powwow, 4 or 5 people on a call. It's just to introduce people to everybody in the network so they know that they have, they know they have support there. So the second page is about staying plugged in. This is a big part of building a business like this, because here's what happens. If you're all by yourself on an island, you'll deflate. You just will. You ever left your bike in the garage all winter long? You didn't ride it yet. You go to ride it in the spring. The tires are flat, right? All the air came out of them during the winter season. The same thing happens to us mentally if we're not plugged in. This is why staying plugged in is so important. I'm preaching to the choir because you guys are here. Now, if you're watching this video, congratulations to you. You're watching the video, you're keeping yourself plugged in. Doesn't mean you can't necessarily, you don't have to be on every single Zoom, but if there's recordings, watch them, right? It doesn't take a long time to do that. So if there's team channels, right? Now, the beautiful thing about this, Ron and I were talking earlier, a few weeks ago when he started, when he opened up the school and he started putting stuff in there. Leaders may have their own Facebook pages, but I'll be honest with you, Ron, when school is finished, my Facebook page is going to shut down. Like everything's going to come in one spot. Why do you want to confuse your team where go check here and go check here and go check here when there's one place where you can get all the information in an organized fashion? But you want to stay in communication with those channels. Here's another thing. I noticed that I get people that ask me, hey, was there a drop today? Hey, was there any drops in the last week? Well, do you not look at your text message or emails? Well, I haven't got a text or an email. Well, in some cases, they type their name wrong, their email wrong in the back office, or they type their phone number wrong in the back office. I know these things sound minuscule, but they are important. Like you want to be able to stay in communication. Of course, you guys know Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday opportunity presentations, Wednesday, this every other week, and then the opposite weeks are Wellness Wednesdays. We're going to change it, by the way, to where the presentation on Thursday, with yours truly as your host, will be on the same link. Okay. That's, you'll see on this doc, I got to get it tightened up at the end where, right now I'm using my Zoom room. Ron's using his Zoom room. So it'll get confusing. It's easy to manage when there's, 100 people or so. But when there becomes 5,000 people, it's going to be impossible. And one link is going to be the easy thing. So just remember, we are on zoom.com. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll be able to do that, Ron, too. So everybody knows.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Just go to weareonzoom.com. Weareonzoom.com. Forget the other one. Weareonzoom.com for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Any trainings, you guys are here. If you're watching this, great job to you. You're watching this training. And then I'll tell you what I do. I like to be on, when I'm on the go, I still like to be connected. So on my phone, now I have an iPhone, so you can do this in Safari on iPhone. I'm not exactly sure what you can do it on the cheap phones. I mean, those Android phones. That's a joke. That's a running joke between all my friends. But anyway, on Android, you can probably still do it in Google or whatever the host browser is. But on Safari, I can literally go to the Funsaver Network website and then I save that as an icon on my home screen. So on my phone, I don't have to go to a browser. I don't have to type it all in. I just click the button, just like I would click the button on any other one, like my Gmail or any app that I have, right? It acts as an app when you save it on your home screen. And I do that this way. If I get a text message and I'm out on the golf course or I'm shopping or I'm hanging out on the beach, whatever the case is, and I get a text message, hey, drops, but I don't have a computer, I can almost guarantee you 99.99999% of you leave nowhere without your phone. And so if you have it on your phone and you get that text message, you can easily go right to the website to check it out. So that's just a little tip on how to do it. But staying plugged is really important.
And before you go to the next page, Bob, before you flip to the next page,
yep.
I want to remind everybody, because there's over 100 people here now, and I just want to let you know, what we're doing tonight is for the people that are looking at Funsaver Network to start a business and earn a residual income. If you're new here this evening and this is the first time you've seen anything about Funsaver Network, congratulations, because you're in the part where we're showing how to make the money. And if you are here for the first time tonight, in the chat, go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat, okay? Let us
Number
know.
2 now. Number 2 if you're
Oh,
new
number 2,
here.
I'm sorry. Put a number 2 in there. And if you're watching this right now on YouTube, be sure and click the subscribe button. Become a subscriber of the channel, because all these things get put on our YouTube channel. Become a subscriber. Be sure and comment down below and hit the bell and put all, where you get all the notifications every time we load something up new. So back to you, Bob.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. All right. So staying plugged in is probably the most important thing. Now, staying consistent is just as important, even though it says it's number 2, right? There has to be a number 1, number 2. But staying consistent with what you do in any business, in any goal, in anything you're trying to achieve, it literally is the underlying ingredient for success. I don't care if you're working out to try to get a great body. I don't care if you're, trying to eat healthy to get better heart condition. You need to eat healthy, not once a week, every day, right? So consistency is really, really important. Now, when we're talking about this business, if you want to grow it, I want you to ignore how many people did I sign up today. Sign-ups and referrals will come from the consistency of prospecting. In prospecting can be a simple conversation with somebody, right? It can be cold market. It could be, you're doing online marketing. I'm a warm market guy. I just call and talk to people I know personally and shoot out text messages and get follow-ups and et cetera, et cetera. But if you are to expose 3 people a day, now you notice it says share Funsaver network with 3 people a day. Now, if this is your goal, just having the conversation does not equate to the exposure, right? You need them to watch a video. You need to see they saw it. That way they can have some questions, they can pass, they can join, whatever they want. But 3 exposures a day, that'll be a massive number. And I want to put this into perspective. Let's say you took the weekends off because you're like, you know what? I work so much, I'm taking the weekends off. Great. So you work an hour a day, 5 days a week on your Funsaver business, and you expose 3 people every day. So that's 60 people a month that just you personally did this. Now, here's where it's important. A lot of people sign people up and then they go on to sign up another person. They go on to sign. You literally got to put people through a little bit of a training. Like you can take this document, you'll have access to it and do this training with them. But imagine if you got your first 5 in that wanted to build, and those 5 bought into this consistent philosophy of 3 a day. Now you have 6 people at 3 a day, including yourself. So that is 60 times 6. That's 360 people a month are being exposed that could potentially join your business. I'll go out on a limb here, but I'm pretty sure you'll get at least 10% of that. That's 36 people per month new coming in. Now you teach them the same thing. Now you got 36 plus the original 6. Now you got 42. But just because you got those in doesn't mean you stop this. Listen, one thing you'll hear a lot of really, really, really successful people or successful people in the direct selling space, what they will tell you is stay in phase 1. Well, what is phase 1? Phase 1 is prospecting. As soon as you become a manager, your business is going to slow down and die. Why is that? Because if you stay in phase 1 and you keep prospecting new people, you'll continue to enroll new people. And guess what? The fire burns from the bottom up. It doesn't burn from the top down. It burns from the bottom up. New people are the lifeblood of your business. Okay? Always remember that. Soon as it stops, as soon as you stop being consistent on this part of it, so will the people you sponsor. So will the people they sponsor. Soon as you don't show up on a Zoom, they're going to think, well, I don't have to show up on a Zoom. Right? And next thing you know, none of your team is showing up. And part of showing up is like plugging a light into the wall. It isn't going to turn on unless it's plugged in. Right? So people will do what you do. Remember that. But anyway, 3 a day, your business will explode for sure. Okay. And that's for really our part timers. Those of you that are at home, you're retired, whatever, you're full time, there's no reason why you couldn't expose 5 or 10 people a day, maybe more. Who knows? But three a
Let
day is
me
a good part time number. Yeah, go ahead.
let me share something that I learned a long time ago, and I'm sure some of you have as well. When it comes to making a large residual income, and you might be watching Bobby, you might be going, and I hear it already. I can hear it screaming in my ear. I don't want to go to my friends and family. I don't want to talk to the people I've already talked to. I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't know what to say. Okay, I understand. That's your mindset, that's your train of thought. But if you were having a barbecue today, you would call everybody you know and have them come to your house, bring the beer, bring the potatoes out. It's not an issue. What happens to people's mind when they get into a business like this, I'm not clear. I don't know how to define it yet, and I don't think I ever will. But it's just something that happens. So you got to think that if you've ever done one of these things before, like you say, one of these things, and you've talked to people and they didn't do well or whatever the case may be, you got to get that out of your head because Funsaver Network is totally different. It's not the same thing. It's not. It's totally different. And one of the important things that I've learned a long time ago in Bob and some of you is this. What is the definition to a large residual income? I'll give it to you. It's real simple. It is a simple act performed by many people on an entire team that drives a large income for everybody. That's all it is. The simple act that Bob's showing you now, expose 3 a day, expose 3 a day, expose 3 a day. And if you really want to build this business, you can do more. But if you set your number at 5 or you set your number at 4, do yourself a favor. Do not lay your head down on your pillow at night until you get that number that you dedicated to yourself. So with
Even
that
if it's
being
one,
said,
even if it's one.
yeah, even one. That being said, do it early, get it out of the way. And exposures don't mean you got to talk to somebody. It doesn't mean. I mean, you can text message somebody on Facebook. I mean, it's not really talking to them. You can grab the microphone on a messenger and just talk to somebody. I prefer doing that. And the reason is because if I get Bob on Facebook and I pull up his Facebook Messenger and I click the microphone and speak, Bob looks at his messenger and all he sees is an audio line. He sees no text. And his immediately curiosity goes, what did he say? What did he say? He's going to click the button and listen. Now that he's listening, he can hear my inflection. He can hear my voice. It's not just a static text that means nothing. It's different. There's different ways to do it. But remember, it's just a simple action performed by many that drives huge incomes. Back to you, Bob.
Yeah, and it brings me back to the thing that I heard and lived by years ago, to build that big residual income. Get a large group of people doing a few simple things consistently over a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
You get a large group of people doing just a few simple things over a long period of time. Ron said something very important, and that is if you're going to text people, do a voice text. They hear your voice. It does go a long way. It's like a little subliminal personal touch to it. Okay. So 3 a day. If that's too much for you, like if you're trying to build a business, you should never be less than 1 a day, at least 1 a day. I mean, it's going to grow slower, but it'll grow. I mean, think about it. It's 20 a month. 6 of you doing 1 a day. That's 120 a month. I mean, it's still a lot. It's the compound effect. I mean, the compound effect is so important to understand when you're working together. That's the whole key, man. You're not on your own. That's why I love network marketing, by the way. I mean, if I wanted to work by myself, I would go sell, cars. I would still be doing mortgages, right? If I just wanted to be all by myself. That's why I love this, where it's a together business. Do it together. Plugging into the Zooms every week, that's a consistent action, right? Attending the trainings, that's a consistent action. Check all your communication channels daily. That's a consistent action. You want to be able to stay plugged in and stay consistent. Okay. And then the last thing I really have on here is stick and stay. One of the biggest mistakes I think people make is, they prospect like crazy and nothing's really happening. They get deflated. They're not plugging in much. They don't know really what's going on. They feel all alone, and then they just quit. And one
Mhm.
thing is a guarantee is it's never going to happen if you quit. But you can't. In the other thing I'll say to this is, don't compare yourself to me or Clyde or Ron or Kit or anyone else. Don't compare yourself to those people. People are at different levels of their success. I've been learning how to be a networker and how to shift this from a sales business to a sharing business since 2001. Right? I mean, that's a long time. 2010, I finally figured out, and I better listen to a mentor if I'm going to make any money, because it took me 7 years, 8 years of really not having any success because I was selling. And if you sell, you might be able to refer people, but those people won't do anything. Right? Now, the beautiful thing is here, I will say for the first time ever in my kind of networking career, even if you don't plug people in, the company is texting them and emailing them about drops and all this, and they're going to be engaged. That's one of the things I love about what Shane understands, is that keeping people engaged is what will keep people around, right? Stick and stay is a big one, though. Just don't quit. If you're having trouble, don't just go, oh, I must suck at this. Hey, get with your sponsor, get with me, get with Ron, get with Clyde, get with Kit, get with one of the leaders, with Jim, get whoever's in your upline, and they'll help you. They'll talk you through it. Let's review what you've been doing. I love Eric Worre's thing. I've taken 4 or 5 things from a lot of these different people, from Jim Rohn and Eric Worre and Jeff Olson, all these people, and I've kind of got rid of the fluff of the traditional network marketing crap that they talk about, but there are some really, really good philosophies. And Jeff Olson, or I mean, Eric Worre talks about plan, do, review. Make a plan, go do it, and then review it, right?
Mhm.
So you got to have a plan. What is that plan? Okay, my plan is I want to talk to 3 people a day. I'm going to talk to these people I wrote a list out of. And I know. Ron said, I don't want to talk to my friends. I don't want to talk to my family. Okay, I'm going to try to do a mind shift on you right now. All right. Everything else you've ever done in network marketing, you are trying to get people in. That's what you're trying to do. Get them in. Here, you're giving them a blessing. Shift the mindset. You're not trying to get them in. You're trying to share a blessing with them. I don't know if any of you saw the drops today, but when you can buy a $230 product for 13 bucks or whatever, I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay. So it really is a savings blessing. It's going to take a minute for people to get their MLM brain all unjoggled, right? To understand why this is so different. But don't look at it as you're trying to get people. You're not. You're trying to bless people, and the more people you look at it that way, you'll have more of an aspect of calling the same old people, right? Now, people say, I've called everybody. I'm in the NFL, no friends left league, blah, 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 blah. Okay. If you're in the no friends left league or no friends left league, that means that you just hounded people. And I'm pretty sure you still have friends. You just think you don't have friends that will look at whatever you're doing because they're like, oh, here we go again. But let me ask you this question. What if, and I'm going to turn this around, what if you were the person that was that friend that was like, oh, here comes Clyde again. Wonder what he's going to tell me today, right? Okay, pretend you're that person. All right, now you're the person prospecting you. They never had anything that really resonated with you. What if they found the gold, and that person you knew was broke their whole life, and all of a sudden they had a breakthrough and they're making a ton of money, and it was the simplest thing ever, and everybody can make money doing it, but they didn't call you because they called you every other time and they felt like, oh, he's not going to be interested. So you can take this approach, and I learned this from Jim Rohn, which this is a great approach. Listen, I know I've called you for lots of things that I've done in the past. You know me by now, I'm not a quitter. And if I believe I found the gold the final time, I'm not going to not call you, John. Like, John, I'm calling you just because I believe I found the gold, and I wouldn't be a friend if I stopped calling you now. I called you all those. And listen, I don't care if you're interested or not, but listen, I really think whether you look at this as a business or a way to save a tremendous amount of money, you're going to love this. And I'm calling you to take a look at it. You're my friend. Will you do me one last favor and just take a look at a 5-minute video? That's it. What if you did what if you do have a huge hit and you didn't call that person? The last thing you don't want to happen is you don't want that person calling you go, dude, you called me about all that other crap. And then you found the gold and you didn't call me? What if they're thinking like that? See, we all make up movies in our own mind that if I call them, they're going to this, they're going to that. The day I had a breakthrough was the day I stopped worrying about what people thought about me. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. All I care is about you. So I'm going to share it with you. And if you're interested, great. If you're not, you're not. People say, man, you've been in this game so long. Like what marketing, strategies do you do? I use this. And by the way, if you scroll it up and you go to a dialer, you can press on the screen and it dials buttons and you call people. That's literally what I do. I don't do anything fancy. You don't need a lot of people here to make a lot of money as far as your own personal. If you follow these stay plugged in, stay consistent, stick and stay, and just prospect and get better and review how am I prospecting? What am I saying? Am I puking all over people? Like, what am I doing? That's the review process. If you referred 5 go getters and they did 5 and they did 5 and they did, forget about it. It's over. It's going to fill up. But you just got to keep being that person that does. Now, I'm going to stop this process right now. And I want to leave you with one thing that's great for every single objection you get in every question you get. Okay. If you have a pen handy, you might want to write this one down. This is like a golden nugget. Okay. I'm going to go through some objections. If you wanted, you could type some in the chat, okay? And I'll show you how this will work for every single objection or question you would get. All right? Anything you want. If you want to type it in the chat, I'll keep an eye on the chat too. Let's say somebody said to me, "Whoa, Bob, there's not a lot of products in the store. Like, when are they going to get new stuff?" Look, John, I don't know about that. All I know is I'm saving money on these incredible deals, and everybody I talk to is pretty darn excited about it. All I'm asking you to do is take a look at a 5-minute video. All I'm asking you to do is plug in and see what kind of drops there are. Here's the secret sauce to it. I'm not sure about that, but what I do know is, or well, Bob, can you really save money? Have you saved a lot of money? I've saved a little bit. Well, what else are you gonna is gonna be in there? Look, I don't know all about that, but what I do know is I get on these Zooms and there's this woman that gets on there, and literally in 6 weeks, this woman saved almost $5,000 on buying things for her friends, for Christmas, for birthdays, for herself, just in a 6-week period, and has spent less than $1,000 and saved over five. You got to check this out. Well, Bob, I saw, this works so well with products too. Like, Bob, that Nutrilief Trauma Max is supposed to be for pain. Well, how does it work? What are the ingredients? Well, I got to tell you, Ron, I don't really know all that. All I know is I got this product and I had pain in my knees and I rubbed it on it and the pain went away. Like, I don't know about that. All I know is insert a story. I'm not sure about that. What I do know is boom, insert a story. So much easier than trying to go down a rabbit hole of explaining everything. Like, you don't want to do, who wants to do that? I don't care what's in Nutrilief products. All I know is Daniel's a freaking genius and they got products for everything. And if he says, take this for eczema and your eczema will go away, I'm going to take it for my eczema. Well, how does it work, Daniel? What's in it? What are the ingredients? Why do they synergistically work together? Look, I don't know about all that. All I know is I rubbed this cream on my arms and my eczema went away. The simplicity is really where it's at. Okay. You got to keep this fun. You can't get deep in the weeds. I mean, golly, it's an exclusive membership savings club. People say, what is it? Memorize that. It's an exclusive membership savings club. Well, how does it work? We get all kinds of product offers at unbelievable prices. Well, how is he able to do that? I'm not sure about that. All I know is today there was a drop with a beautiful bathroom fixture for over $200 retail. They were selling for $13. Well, I don't know about that. All I know is insert a story. Anything you want to piggyback off of that, Ronnie boy?
No, there's a text in there in the chat that is always an interesting one.
Bob, how much have you made with Funsaver? Listen, man, this company is just launching.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even had to pay for a membership yet, and we've saved all this money. But here's what I do know. I'm lining up a lot of people, and $1, $1, $1, $5, $5, $5 is going to add up to a lot. And I can tell you my first paycheck will be over $1,000. But guess what? Why do you care what I made? Right? What I made, you might blow me away. You know so many more people than me. What does it matter what I made? Because what I made is a direct reflection of how much effort I'm put in. The better question you should be asking me is, does the company pay what it says they pay? 100%. You put the work in, you're going to make a lot of money. So at the end of the day, we're going to make a lot of money, and it doesn't matter my paycheck. What matters is, what will your paycheck be? And your paycheck is going to be a direct reflection of how much effort you put in to wanting to build this. Yeah, the company pays, man. It's the most cool, innovative compensation plan I've ever seen. I don't know where, I've never seen an opportunity where you can make multiple six figures a year on a $25 a month membership. But I got to tell you what, Jim, listen, if you're worried about $25, I got to tell you, you should take a deeper look at this opportunity.
Do you guys know why people ask you questions like that? Why they ask you 10,000 questions about why do we not have more products? Who's the owner? Where are they located? How do I get paid? You know why they ask you questions like that? Because they're wanting you to get into a discussion with them, because they're asking questions for one reason. They're looking for a reason to say no. And if you continue to talk to them, answering their questions like that, you're absolutely going to give them a reason to say no. If somebody was to ask me, how much money are you making? Wait a minute, let me ask you a question. Let me make sure we're clear. Have you watched the compensation plan? I'm a master at answering questions with a question. Always. I learned that long ago. If somebody goes, well, how much are you making? Let me ask you something first. Have you watched the compensation plan? Well, no. I'm going to suggest you watch the compensation. Okay.
I love it.
So go ahead, Bob.
I think we can switch here in a little bit and really kind of go over that. Let's answer a couple of these questions. Somebody's asking, pretty simple question. This is a good question for somebody who's already in. You can answer this. I know the answer, but I'll let you answer it. How do I even get paid? Not how does the compensation pay me out, but do I get a check in the mail? Is it AC? Like, how do I get paid?
You want me to answer that one?
Yeah.
I'll give you the Ron Pruitt answer. This might not fit your personality. But I'm telling you, this is exactly what I do. How do I get paid? Well, my answer is going to be, well, please understand, in order to get paid, you got to put the work in. So are you willing to put the work in? I'm going right back to a question. I'm going right back. Don't worry about how you get paid until we do something to get paid. So are you willing to put the work in to get paid?
The question, though, is somebody that is not being an objector, like they're here in the group, and they're clearly wanting to know, how does the company pay us?
ACH. It's wired to your bank account. Wired to your bank account.
There you go, Christina. Wired directly to your bank account.
I thought it was a rejection thing.
Yeah, no, I know. So I should have been more clear. I don't see any more questions in this. Look, why don't we take a little minute, 5 or 10 minutes? Anybody have any questions they want to share? Maybe I know there's some serious leaders on here too. Maybe
There
some of the
is.
stuff we talked about, staying plugged in, being consistent, following a system, et cetera, which I didn't go over that, which we can talk about that. But if you got something you want to add to it, a comment to help everyone listening, or you have a question about something we did, then go ahead and raise your hand. And then
Yeah.
Ron will
Find where you raise your hand on your screen. We'll be happy to answer your questions. I did see the question about can we go over the compensation plan? We absolutely will. But let's get these questions out of the way first. Now, some of you, before we get to the questions, some of you have seen things. Jerry last night had a great thing. He said, "Do you want to see something you've never seen before?" We have that.
like
It's
that.
a company that pays you to shop. Somebody goes, "Yeah, let me see it." Send them your website. Send them your
Like
website. Here's another one. "Hey, do you like to save money when you're shopping?" Yes. Send them your website. There's just little things. You never have to go into that arena of, "Hey, man, I just joined Bob Bearden in this company. We're going to kill it. You'd be awesome at it. We'll make $1 million together. They got a great compensation plan. Let's get in together." You don't have to do all of that. It's not necessary. Don't even do that, because you really need to make sure. Look, here's the way people think. It's just the way it works. When you first start talking to somebody, 99% of the time, you can be talking in circles and they're hearing you in squares. That's how a conversation works. They're not going to hear you until you get them to the point where they're listening in circles like you're talking. The only way you ever get them there is just continue talking. Just ask them questions. Ask them simple questions that you know the answer to. Do you like to save money when you shop? Absolutely. Okay, you're listening to me in circles. I'm talking in circles. You hear me. Look at the website. It's just simple things. Simple things. Look, I'll tell you another thing. Ladies, listen to me. If you see other ladies wearing tennis shoes, when we just did a hookah tennis shoe drop, ask me, "God, them shoes look great. Tennis shoes. What size do you wear?" "Oh, a size 7." You should see this company. They got Hoka tennis shoes for like $55. Here's a website. Take a look at it. There's so many ways to do this. You could go to your friend's house tomorrow and go have dinner or whatever and go, "Wow, that's an awesome lamp you got hanging over the dining room table. That thing's awesome. Have you heard of that company that's doing these home decor things? Yeah, they had a $450 lamp for $35. Here's a website. Look at it. They got all kind of stuff." That's a simple conversation. Don't make it hard. Do not make this hard. Because I'm going to tell you, folks, here's what's going to happen. Some people are going to see it. Some people are not going to see it. And please write this down, because this is the absolute truth. People convinced against their will, is of the same opinion still. What does that mean, Ron? That means if you spend 10 to 15 minutes trying to convince somebody to do something, you might be able to do that. But the minute you stop talking to them, they still have the same opinion that they didn't want to do it. So they're not going to do anything. So that's a total waste of time that you spent when you could have been talking to somebody that's excited and understands it. So let's go with the questions. Hold on one second.
And I don't want to get into an hour worth of questions. So you will just take a few questions, and hopefully these questions
no
will. Go ahead, Sandy. Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir. I don't have a question. I just say the products are great and the savings is phenomenal. That's all.
Awesome.
When is the last time that you've ever heard anything about an MLM company with that kind of fever and that kind of talk? The products are great, and mean it. And mean it. Not doing it just trying to get a sale. I mean, come on, man. This is not something that you take in your body today. None of that stuff. These are physical things that you can touch and feel and see and smell. They're real things with real discounts, and people love that real stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead, Phil. I'm going to say the common Zoom saying right now. You got to unmute yourself.
You're not unmuted, Phil. Hold on. I got you. Do it now.
Just
There we
hover at the, there you go, buddy.
I didn't have my picture up in the frame before. I had to go back and find myself. But no, guys, I just want to say that I did buy some of those lamps today for the bathroom, the little 3-light hangers. My wife has been on my butt for the last couple of months to replace that light in there because she said it's so outdated. And I sent her the link to say, go check out this drop today, see if you like any of them. She called me right back and says, you better get the 3 one. So I broke out the credit card. But guys, this program is awesome. The savings that you can do with it is unbelievable. Me and Ron had a private conversation earlier today on the phone. We were talking about like some of the people that have been opting out on the text messages or the emails. And we really wasn't
I'll
really
cover that
knowing
later.
why.
I'll cover that a little bit.
And I reached out to a couple of people that I found out that got put on that list. And one of them first was telling me that I really just going to want to opt out and just be done with this. I've been told to focus on something different. And I said, well, okay. I said, but I don't understand why you're not seeing the potential of what you can do with this. And so before the conversation was over, to make this short, she says, do not remove me. I'm staying in. And she says, I will give this a go because she already has 2 people signed up under her. And I'm like, go for it. She says, I do see the potential here, so I'm going to stay in. And so that's, I brought somebody back into the fold that was going to walk away. Guys, you got to reach out to your members. You have to have a conversation with them. Stay in contact with them. Make sure they're, they got that drive. Keep it in them. Keep that fire lit under them. But guys, that's all I got to say. Like I said, just keep on your team members. Keep them fired up because that's why you are. You're a team leader. You got, that's your job to keep them going and keep them. This is all a team effort, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no I in this. We got to do it as a team. So
Exactly.
guys, hope y'all have a good night. I bless you.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you for that input. Rory, I'm coming right to you, but I saw in the chat, Hazel said, how do I get started? Hazel, you received an email or you received a text or you talked to someone that brought you here. What you're going to do, you're going to go back to the person that got you to this presentation this evening. They're the ones that you're going to get a link from them and you're going to be able to sign up for free. So I hope that answers your question. All right, so Miss Rory, you can unmute, my dear. Bring your fire.
I just mainly wanted to say I'm wearing this Under Armour and I did fantastically well at pickleball tonight because of it. I'm going to blame it on this. This is awesome, y'all. Both of you. Thank you for doing this. I wanted to tag on to something Bob had said earlier. Just be you. Just be you when you're talking with people. I'm a warm market gal as well. Yes, Ron pushed me into the waters of TikTok. I'm doing that as well. However, don't get hung up on what Bob said too about how many people you're watching other people bringing in. Whatever number is you is good. Okay. You can have, I call it quality and quantity. They're both good. They're both good. Having a gazillion people coming in, damn good. Having a few that you have a good quality, warm relationship with that's going to keep them sticky with you.
Yes.
That's awesome as well.
Yes.
Don't look at everybody else and go, oh my gosh, I don't have that many. I talked to 2 friends last night after y'all's Zoom, and one of them's in Arizona. She's a shopaholic like hitting me. I said, oh my God, she sent me a birthday card. I called her to thank her about the birthday card. I said, Jackie, oh my God, you're not going to believe what I got my hands on. You're kidding me. Her husband died recently also. And I said, honey, there's a little payment compensation plan attached to this. It's going to help you get some money coming back in too. You're kidding. This could help my bingo addiction. I said, yes, absolutely it could. You never know how they're going to respond, how they're going to react. It could just be an impromptu conversation when you're talking with people. Just be you. That's all I got to say. Doesn't matter,
Absolutely.
quality and quantity. So thank you.
Thank you
And
very
y'all for
much,
doing
Rory.
this.
That was
And
awesome.
please-
Emma,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, please continue to join us. We've had a bunch of people joining us every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central for our mastermind. And I want to thank you all for that too. It has been a wonderful response and we want to keep that going. We talk about anything and everything on there. And my buddy, Debbie Cunningham, is on here too, my pickleball buddy. She's styling with these tops too out there. Our game has improved. And thank you very much, y'all. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome. Last one, and we're going to move forward because I keep people seeing going, show me the money. Show me the money. So last one, hold on one second. Kit, go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, stay consistent. That's the key. Today, when those drops came, I could not post fast enough the drops. And it was amazing. I immediately had someone say, is this for real? We're talking about the little jackets for $5.50. Yes. Okay. I got her mother's coming on, probably her sister, but it's consistent. You know, that's the key thing. Ron and I talk about it. If you don't stay consistent, if you don't keep posting, if you don't keep showing what we've got out there, if you don't keep talking to the people that is in your corner, then you're not going to see any people coming on. And I bought 11 of those jackets tonight. And my thought is, okay, they're only $5.50. If I wear them once, they fall off of me. I got my money's worth, right? But it's the Walmart shoppers, which, you know, a lot of my family back in South Dakota only have Walmart. So I just texted every one of them and I said, y'all have to take advantage of this. Christmas is coming. And this is a nice little Christmas gift, you know, especially for younger kids. So, and he doesn't know, I got talked low, so he doesn't know what I'm spending, but I'm ordering those lamps and that light tonight. I got to wait till he goes to bed.
If you guys didn't catch it, she just gave you another golden nugget. If you want to talk to people right now, go, hey, are you through with your Christmas shopping yet? No, haven't even started. Listen, you need to see this company because I've been Christmas shopping there and I'm getting huge discounts. Oh, what is that? Here's a link for you. It's really that easy. It doesn't have to be any harder than that. Bob, go ahead and do what you do. Let me get ready for this comp plan. So
All right, you get ready for that. I want to show one more thing real quick to everybody. So it's important that you use some kind of a system. You know, we teach in our team a peak, pass, and present system. Basically, you're peaking interest, you're going to pass on some information, then you're going to have them see some kind of presentation, whether it's recorded, live, whatever it is. Now, I want to show you guys what I've made. So you pique their interest, and now you got to pass them some information. A lot of people go, well, what do I send them now? Well, what am I supposed to send them now? Well, let me show you what you're going to send them now. You're going to send them right over here to funsaver.info. Funsaver.info. And you can just type that in. Now check out what I've done. Okay, you're going to like this. First of all, it's got a presentation video. It's 5 minutes long. And then it's got a compensation plan. Okay, now watch this. At the top right-hand side. Oh, but Bob, I got Spanish-speaking people. Just click on Espanol. There's a 5-minute presentation for Espanol. And we don't have the compensation plan in here yet, but we will work on it. And the compensation plan may end up coming off of these pages anyway, because that could maybe be the second thing they see. but they can click here and this takes them right to, if they're a reader and they want to read the presentation. This one's obviously in Spanish, but it's all in Spanish. And then they can do the same thing on the English site as well. So anything that you want to do. But the important thing to know is what a lot of people do is they're like, well, what in the world am I going to send them? Like, what do I send them my referral link? Do I go to YouTube and copy a link? And sometimes it just becomes convoluted. Where here, you can just go to funsaver.info. And then if they're Spanish, you can just tell them click on Espanol. If they're English, it's going to populate with English first. Presentation and everything is right there. Now it's it's the same presentation that Ron and I both do, but obviously we put a little more personality into it. We add a little bit more when it's live. It's a shortened, condensed version with the same info that's literally only 5 minutes long. Okay,
Yep.
so peak interest,
Yep.
pass the info, invite to a presentation.
Now, so everybody knows, when you use that site, that did not come from the company, that came from Bob. Bob put that.
Yes.
So don't start writing into customer service going, well, this and this. Don't do it. It came from Bob. Okay. But understand something, because I know a lot of you will go, well, I don't want them to see the compensation plan first. I just want them to see the presentation. Look, if that's you, just send them to your replicator website.
Exactly.
But
or your link or your referral link, because that referral link actually it has that short video on it already. Exactly. 100%. And by the way, that's temporary, because as soon as the company launches and that full-blown marketing system is in there for us, those are going to end up going away anyway.
100%. But I love it. Look, so this kind of tells you what we are as a team and a family. Bob just put together the work that he did on the Spanish. I mean, Bob did this. It didn't come from the company. He did it. And he's building it for his team, but he's sharing it with all. So that kind of tells you where we're at when we're in this company together. Okay. So let me do this. Let's talk about the compensation plan. Let's move to the compensation plan, because I am a stickler when it comes to compensation plans, because I am a firm believer, and I'll say it every day, twice a day, whatever, that you will never make the money you want to make until you know how to make it. That's just the way it is. I mean, making money is not one of these things you throw up in the sky and go, okay, let's give it a shot. But I will tell you this, it's not something that you have to learn 100% before you go. In other words, this is not one of those things where you go, okay, hold on, wait a minute. I got to get ready. I got to get ready to get ready. No, that's not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing at all. What we're showing you is a compensation plan, how you will get paid when you do the action to get paid. In other words, there's a thing called IPA, income producing activity. Let me tell you what is not income producing activity. Sitting around on the computer, watching the comp plan, looking at your back office, that is not income producing activity. The only income producing activity you will ever have is when you're literally putting somebody in front of a presentation. However you do that, doesn't matter. As long as you're putting people in front of that presentation, that is the income producing activity. What we're doing this evening is not income producing activity. This is teaching. This is a teaching, getting you to understand what this company is and how you get paid in this company. I love to teach people. I don't train people, because you train dogs. You don't train people. We teach people, right? So let me go over the comp plan. So there's 3 parts of the comp plan. If you have your pen and paper in hand, let me do this. And it's okay if it's a no, because some of you are new. I understand. In the chat, since we've already done 1 and 2, drop a 3 in the chat if you have not seen the comp plan. This is important that I do this correctly. Drop a 3 if you have not seen the comp plan, or drop a 3 if you've seen the comp plan and you're really not clear how it works. Either one of those. Go ahead and drop a 3 in there. Okay, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. There is a ton of 3s. Now, we have been going for 55 minutes. I knew this was going to be a long Zoom, because it's about comp plan, it's about how to do it, it's all of those things. Now, I will tell you, I can play the video for you in sections. It is a 17-minute video. It's going to run us over an hour. I never like to go over an hour. So you guys tell me with a yes or a no. Are you ready to go over an hour? Strictly up to you guys. Yes or no. Are you willing to stick it out, willing to learn it, willing to get this comp plan? Are you willing to do it? Yes, 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 yes.
In the nose, by the way, you know, if this isn't an interesting part to you,
Right.
then you're not going to hurt anybody's feeling by hopping off.
What he's trying to say is if you're in Funsaver Network and you're only here to get the savings, perfectly fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Because what's going to happen is, even though you might not be interested in building a business, that's perfectly fine. But I guarantee you, when you wear one of these shirts for $10, not this shirt, but like the Under Armour shirt for women, or you wear the Hoka shoes or whatever, you get around your people going, oh, where'd you get that? I know how it works. Oh, I got it from this company, Funsaver Network. You can go there, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, how do I become part of that? So this will happen to you as well. If you're just here for the savings, though, perfectly fine. And we're going to go into the compensation plan. If you want to stick around, you can. If you don't, be my guest. We'll be here again tomorrow night doing the opportunity for you. So let's get started on the compensation plan. There's 3 ways you get paid in this company. Number 1 is fast start. I'm gonna let you guys write this down. Number 1 is fast start. Number 2 is a 3x10 matrix. And number 3 is coded bonus plan. These are simple. Don't make them hard because they're not. So let me do this. Let me share the screen. Bear with me. Okay. Let me reduce that. Okay. Hopefully you can see my screen. All right, so this is the compensation plan. I am going to show the very first part, okay? And then I'll stop it. And then I'll go over the fast start with you. It's really simple. Here we go.
For network compensation plan. As you see on the screen is our earning disclaimer. So go ahead and screenshot this. That way you'll have the earnings disclaimer, but let's get moving forward. So we're going to cover the 3 parts of the compensation plan. They're very simple. There's a fast start bonus, there's a matrix, and there's a coded bonus. Now, it might take me a minute to get through this, not because it's difficult, but because I want you to understand every facet of this compensation plan. So now let me show you the absolute best fast start bonus in the industry. Let's get started. To become a member with Funsaver Network, it is only $25 a month. That's it. There's no other cost. There's no website cost. There's nothing like that. It's $25 a month. That gets you access to all the drops, all the discounts, everything we do, your replicated website, everything, and it gets you in the compensation plan. So let's say that you're in Funsaver Network and you're loving the savings and you're buying these things and you just start talking to people about it, and we call those referrals. But let's say one of your referrals goes, well, I want to be part of Funsaver Network. Well, they're going through the sign-up process to become a new member. They're going to see this thing called the Funsaver Value Vault. Now, it's not going to look like this, but I'll put this on here just as a reference so you can see exactly what's going to happen, okay? In that Funsaver Value Vault, there will always be 6 things in there, and one of them will always be the mystery box. 5 other products in there that they'll know exactly what they are, and they're going to be receiving great value. Now remember, they're only going to see this Funsaver Value Vault one time. They will not see this again. Let's say they go through and they go ahead and they pick one. So no matter which product your customer, your member purchases, your fast start is going to be as follows. Now remember, all of these are valued for you in a fast start bonus at $40. No matter what the cost is on it, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter. It is valued in your fast start bonus at $40, okay? So one item, let's say your new member comes on board and they spend their money, they get their $25 membership, they buy one of these things inside this value vault. Well, the membership, 50% of $25 is $12.50. And they pick one of these products. Well, remember, it's valued in your fast start at $40. So you will receive $20, which gets us to that number we've always talked about, $32.50 for your personals when they come through. Now, let's say that your personals are doing the same thing you're doing. They're bringing in new members. So when their members comes in, let's say they come in and they purchase one product, you're going to receive 10% of the membership of $2.50. And you're going to receive 10% of the value of the 40 in your Fast Start, which is $4, which is $6.50. Now, also on your second level of people that's bringing people in, when they bring in new members and they purchase one of these products or the mystery box, your 1% of the $25 membership is 25 cents. 1% of the $40 is 40 cents, which values that at 65 cents. So this is your Fast Start bonus if they come through and buy one product. But here's where it gets exciting. Here's where the changes were made. What if your member, your new member, comes through the Funsaver Value Vault and they say, well, you know, I like this one product. I need to buy two of those, one for me and one for my friend, because I'll never see these prices again on this and I don't need to buy it. Well, here's what happens if they buy two. Remember, it's 50% payout on your own personals. So $25 is still $12.50, but they bought two. So remember, it doubles. Now it's $40. The $20 just double because they bought two. Now instead of $32.50, it's $52.50 on your Fast Start. Same thing with the second level. If they're down there and a person buys two products instead of one, it doubles. It's still $2.50 for the membership, but now it's $8 for the product. Same thing on your second level people as they bring new people in. It's 1% of the membership, which is $25, and your second level, again, it doubles because they bought two instead of one. It's $1.05. And what happens, folks, if they're in there and they go, I need to buy three. I need three of these things. It's going to triple. This is the most exciting Fast Start bonus I've ever seen. Let's move to.
Okay, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me stop share. Okay, I can see you. So you can put in the chat questions, but that is the first part of our compensation plan. So let me give an example. Let me put this camera where it works well. All right, so let's just say that they bought one thing in the value vault. Well, first of all, let's say they bought nothing. Let's say they just want to pay the $25 and then they're not buying anything in the value vault. Okay, you get 50% of the 25, which is $12.50. Okay, better than nothing. But let's say they bought one thing. Let's say that you listen to what Bob told you this evening, correct? And you're out there and now you're going to share with a bunch of people. You're going to get a lot of people to sign up for free. Let's say you get, I don't know, when we turn it on, you have 50 people that you personally brought in that's going, I'm going to pay the $25. I'm paying you. And those 50 people buy one thing. But before we do that, this would be, if they bought one thing for you personally, that's 50 people times $32.50 per person. Just on the Fast Start. But wait a minute. Let's say if you have 50 people here, and each one of these 50 people went and got only 10. Only 10. What is 50 times 10? Somebody put it in the chat for me real quick. I believe that's 500. Am I correct? That means here, there's 500 people on your second level. You did not put these people here. These people were put here by the 50 that you brought in that paid. And let's say that they all put a little more than 10 and you had 5 of them that came in and they all bought one thing. Somebody tell me what 50 times $6.50 is. Somebody tell me that. I'll come back to the numbers here in a minute. And then your third level on the Fast Start, if all 500 only put 10 in, what is that? 5,000 times what? 65 cents. This is your money. Only one part of the comp plan. This is paid every week. Every week, this Fast Start is paid. Now, let's go to the numbers, folks. What was 50 times $32.50? Somebody tell me. Or just put it in the chat. 50 times $32.50. 50 times $32.50. What's that? I'm looking. Wait, hold on. It's frozen. Sorry. Just because I'm mad at math. Okay. Come on, man. Y'all got phones. Be faster than that. What's 50 times 30? There we go. Okay, so you're making $1,625 on the first level on your personals. Now somebody give me the 500 times 650. I think that's 3,000 something, I'm not mistaken. Right? Hello. Can y'all hear me? No, it's not 25,000.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay.
I would say a lot. Just
so is it-
the withdrawal process and knowing where
Fine.
your deposit are. So Obi myself, we've been dealing with support for the last.
Okay, there we go. Bob had his mic on and he didn't know it. Is it 3250? I believe it's 3250. And the last one, folks, 5,000 times 0.65. What is 5,000 times 0.65? 5,000 times 0.65. I can't hear you. You got to put it in the chat. Is it 3250 again? Yeah, it should be. 3250 again. Look, so just because you brought 50 people in before we launch, just say before we launch, right? You go out and get 50 people. Those people go get 10 apiece, 500. Those 500 get this whole thing right here, which is 6,400, 6,500. It's $8,125. Yeah, that's when you add it up. $8,125 just on the fast start bonus. Now the good part is, folks, this never stops. You get paid on it once, but as you bring more people in, as your second level brings people in, your third, it just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. It doesn't stop. You get paid on this once, and that's it on the fast start bonus. Any questions there? I'll take one or two, and then we got to move to the next one. We got to keep moving. Do you understand the fast start bonus? Tell me you understand it, because it's simple. It's not hard. Okay, good. All right. Okay. I'm looking in the chat. I'm watching the chat. Yes, 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 yes. Fantastic. That's awesome. Now I'm going to move to the next part. The next part is a 3x10 matrix. Folks, this is really simple. The first part you're going to see is an explanation, because I got to explain to you how a matrix works. So I'll show you how a matrix works, and then we go to how you make money in the matrix. And the reason that I got to explain to you how a matrix works, because I get so many people that get in the matrix and they're going, where's my spillover? How come I'm not getting spillover? How come people's not falling underneath me? Well, that's why I explained to you. So let me share my screen again. Let me share. Share the screen. Here we go.
To the second part of the compensation plan, which is the 3x10 matrix. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to explain to you how a matrix works so you can see how it works. And then on the next slide, I will show you exactly how you get paid from how it works, okay? So let's say in this 3x10 matrix, this is my position. I want you to consider this to be your position. You go to work, I go to work, I bring in 1, 2, 3 members. My first 3 members goes right there. 3 wide, 3x10, 3 wide, 10 deep. But I don't stop there. I continue to bring people in. So when I bring in my 4th person, it's going to go below my first 3. It has to go down. It's only 3 wide, 10 deep, right? So I put my 4th one in, I put my 5th one in, I put my 6th one in. Now all of a sudden, my first person that I put in goes, oh my God, there's somebody under me. How did that happen? So all of a sudden they get excited. They put somebody in, and then they put another one in. Now they have their 3. I have my 3. My first person has their 3. And then what happens is my second person does the same. There's somebody below. They put somebody in. I put another one in, and it goes to that first open spot. And then this person doesn't do anything. I put another one, and then they put one. So I have my 3. My first 3 have their 3, no matter how they got there. whether they put them there or it was spillover. So now in my matrix, I have 3 on my first line, I have 9 on my second line, and then all of these, however it happens, they end up with their 3. You understand? So now I have 27 on my third line. This is in multiples of 3 and it goes 10 levels deep. But I need you to understand about the matrix, okay? Everything inside these 2 lines is in my matrix. I started this matrix. Everybody has their own 3x10 matrix. My first person has their 3x10 matrix. My second person has their 3x10 matrix, and my third person has their 3x10 matrix. Whatever happens in my first person's matrix and you happen to be in my second and third matrix, you're not going to get anything from that because that's beside you. It's not below you. So everybody has their own matrix. I wanted you to understand that. So now that we know exactly how the matrix works, everybody has their own 3x10. Let's look at the money a matrix can bring. Let's say you spend 1 month finding 3 new members and you take 30 days to bring in 3 new members. Okay, perfect. No problem. 30 days to bring in 3 new members. Then those 3 new members that you brought in, they spend 1 month to find their 3 new members, which means you have 9 people on your second level. Remember, it multiplies by 3. So month 2 is in. Now month 3, those 9 people, they spend a whole month to find their 3. So now you're 3 months in, there's 27. Then those 27 people take a whole month to find their 3. There's month 4, there's 81. You see what's happening here. Those 81 take 30 days to find just 3 people to be members. Now you got 243. And this goes on, folks. Month 6, month 7, month 8, 9, and 10. That's 10 levels. In a perfect world in 10 months, if everybody just took a month to find their 3, this is where you could be in 10 months. That's 88,602 people in your matrix. You have the ability to pick up all the way down through level 8. All right, that could be 9,840. What triggers this matrix is 2 people, sponsoring 2 people. You got to sponsor 2 people to trigger the thing, right? When you trigger 2 people, it goes down all the way down to level 9. You've triggered, you sponsor 2 people. Once that thing fills up 8, 9 levels deep, that's $29,523 a month. What if you sponsor 5 and you hit this thing called FSM Pro? Well, it's going to open up everything. It opens it up all the way down to level 10. Then when that matrix fills at 10 levels, there's 88,602 people in there. If you get $1 per person, that's $88,602 a month. So this is part of a residual income. Now this part is paid once a month. Your fast start bonuses are paid every week. But I'm going to move to the third part.
Okay, let's don't move to the third part yet. Let me be crystal clear. Let me stop the share so you can see. Okay, so what we covered first was the matrix, right? No, we covered the fast start bonus. Fast start. Understand, here you are, right here. You bring in your first person, you receive the fast start bonus on that first person. You bring in your second person as a member. Now what you've done right here, you've opened up the 3x10 matrix. You can collect all the money on the 3x10 matrix. What I'm telling you is you must bring in 2 members to open up the 3x10 matrix. And how hard is that? It's pretty simple. We got people here already. It's got 80 people, 100 people, 60 people, 50 people. And it's only because it's simple. Take advantage of the free right now and put your free members in, because when they're free, they're going to get the text message and the emails about the drops that we're doing. Like you see people talking about the drops that we had today. They're going to be engaged. And when we go, time to pay the money, $25 a month, they're going to go, well, I'm paying because I'm not missing these drops. So it's important that you can take advantage of the free. Super important. So does everybody understand the matrix? Because it's really simple. It's really easy. The great thing is you're early in this whole thing. And if you know about replicating numbers and you know how it works, I mean, if it can only go 3 wide and 10 deep, would you rather be at the top of that or somewhere down in the very bottom? But don't worry. Everybody has their own 3x10 matrix, their own 3x10 matrix. Okay, so I'm building a website for Funsaver business builders. We'll have, wait, what? Hold on. What's all this? 2-sided cards, cute. All right. The office, my link, nothing. Go look. What's the drop card? Hey, you guys paying attention to this compensation plan? Because if you're not paying attention to the compensation plan, I can just stop. Okay? It looks like we're talking about 10,000 other things in the chat. Okay? So I'm doing this for you. I know the compensation plan. I know it. Okay? So let me know if you still want to understand the compensation plan. Put yes in the chat. Because the next part I'm going to show you is going to take your undivided attention to understand. Your undivided attention to understand. So stay out of the chat. Watch the screen on this next part. It's important. And the reason I'm telling you this is because the next part I'm going to show you, everybody can do. And I'm just going to tell you, if $122,000 a month don't interest you on top of the $88,000 you just saw, this might not be for you. Just saying. I'm about to show you the simplest part of the compensation plan when it comes to what to do, but you've got to pay attention because there's some moving parts here. And the same as before, I am literally going to have in there an explanation of how the coded bonus works, and then I'll take you to the part of how you get paid in the coded bonus, okay? So let me share my screen again. Hold on. Uh-oh, it's not letting me have it. Here it is. Here it is.
This is where I'm going to ask you to stay focused on what we're doing, because if you focus on the third part, this part will just take care of itself. It'll fill up. So let's go to the coded bonus. This is exactly why I say this is the best compensation plan I have ever seen in my 35 years in this industry. The best. So let me give you the explanation of how a coded bonus works first. Now I'm going to slow down here. So someone introduced you to Funsaver Network as a member. That would be considered your sponsor. So there's your sponsor on the screen. You become a member. That is your position as a member. You start referring members. When you refer your first one, it goes there. Your second one, it goes there. Your third one, it goes there. This isn't a coded bonus. Now, once you have 3 people personally sponsored, you have now triggered this coded bonus. Because what happens is the computer looks at these 3 people and it randomly picks one of them to pass up to your sponsor. Now, hold on. Don't get excited about why do I need to pass somebody up. You'll understand when this is over. You are only passing up one of those 3 in the coded bonus only. You are not passing up this person in anything else. The fast start or your matrix. Then you go and you sponsor your 4th one and you sponsor your 5th one. Now, you sponsored a total of 5 people, but when you have these 4 here, the computer's going to look at it one more time and it's going to take one more and pass it to your sponsor. Hang on, you're going to understand why that's important. You're going to say, well, why do I keep them on myself? You'll never make the money I'm about to show you keeping them yourself. This is what makes this thing run. But I'll tell you this, after you do your first 5, you never pass up another one. You can go 50, 100, whatever. You'll never pass up another one. So watch what happens. Just like you, when your first person that you sponsored goes and brings in their 5, they're passing 2 people to you. Your second person, when they go get their 5, they're passing 2 people to you. Your third person, when they get their 5, they're passing 2 people to you. Now look what just happened. You just received 6 people coded to you and you did not sponsor them. You sponsored these 3 people that you see. They went and got their 5 and passed 2 to you. Now, we're not done. Those 6 people you just received that you had nothing to do with, but they're coded to you now. Each time that they bring in 5, because they're coded to you, you're going to receive 2 people from them. This next person brings in 5, 2 people. Next person 5, 2 people. Next person 5, 2 people. See how this is working? It's building upon itself. And the only thing you did was you brought in 5 people. And the only thing they did, they brought in 5 people. And the only thing the 6 people did, they brought in 5 people. I hope you're understanding what's happening. If we would have just kept those 2 people to yourself, this would never happen. It would never multiply. So we started with your 3. Your 3 brought in 5, passed up 2. So 3 went to 6. When these 6 bring in 5, it went to 12. When these 12 bring in 5, remember, you only brought in 5. When these 12 go to 5, it goes to 24. Continually to go, 24, 48, 96. Now you're going to bring in more. Number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. And you keep going because you're not passing up any more. Each time they bring in 5 on your personally sponsored people, 2 gets passed up to you. 2 gets passed up to you. 2 gets passed up to you. 2 gets passed up to you every time. So if you keep bringing in your members, when they bring in 5, 2's pass up to you. Because after the first 5, you never pass up anymore. Only 2 out of the first 5. Please understand. And those 2 you're passing up is only in the coded bonus. You are not passing them up in the matrix, and you are not passing them up in the fast start bonuses. That still belongs to you. Now that we know how this thing multiplies, how it builds upon itself. So now let's look at the money. Coded bonus. Remember, this is your sponsor, someone that referred you. And here's your position. You bring in your first one, your second one, your third one as a member for Funsaver Network at $25 a month. Computer looks at the 3, passes up 1. You bring in your 4th one, your 5th one. Computer looks at the 4, passes up 1. We've gone through that. Each time one of these 3 brings in 5, 2 are passed up to you. 2 are passed up to you. 2 are passed up to you. This is all based on everyone just introducing 5 people that want to save money and have 5 people that want to shop and save money, tremendous amount, and just have a lot of fun doing it and share it with others. Okay? Now remember, you have 3 people left out of your first 5. You get paid $5 for everybody that's coded to you. So the 3 people you personally sponsored, because you passed 2 of them up, $5 times 3 people is $15. Now down here, because they all brought in 5, there's 2 people that's passed up to you. So that's a total of 6. 6 people are passed up. 6 times $5 is $30. Those 6 people all go bring in 5. 2 are passed up to you out of each section of 5. That's 12. 12 times 5, $60. It keeps doubling. And all these people are doing is bringing in 5 people that want to become members and pay. Then the 24 doubles to 48. Then the 48 doubles to 96. The 96 doubles to 192. Do you see what's happening here? You still have only brought in 5 people that wanted to pay and 5 people that are sharing. And they're bringing in 5 people that are sharing. But I'm going to tell you, do not stop at 5. Keep going. Keep going. This is what you focus on right here. This is what builds everything. This builds your fast start. This builds your matrix. And this builds your bank account. 384. 192 turns to 384 because it doubles. 384 turns to 768. 1536. 3072, 6144. Now watch. You started with 5 people. 2 people were passed up. These 3 people went and got 5. 222 was passed to you. That's 6. I call this 1 cycle, 2 cycles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cycles. And if everybody spent a month to go get their 5, this could happen in a year. And there's one more level, 13 cycles. Okay, a year and a month. That's $122,865 a month. Okay, Ron, I know what you think. Ron, that's never going to happen. That's a perfect world. I get it. Those are big numbers. Okay, fantastic. Nobody's going to do it exactly like you said. And you would be right. Some people are going to do more than others. But what if you did 10% of it? What if your team did 10% of it? That's over $12,000 a month. And don't forget, the people here that you're getting paid on are the same people in the matrix that you're getting paid on, are the same people in the fast start that you got paid on one time. And after the first 5 people, you never pass up any more to your sponsor. What if you kept going? Kept going. Your 6th one, your 7th one, your 8th one, 9th one, 10th one. And when they go get 5, 2 more passed up to you, 2 more passed up to you, 2 more it just keeps passing up to you. And each one of these passed up to you is worth $5 a month to you. This is big money. I know you're thinking $5 a month is not much, but it is. When you're involved in a company that's doing great value to people and they're saving so much money, $25 a month is nothing. If you don't understand this comp plan, get with the person that brought you into this company to be a member. And just because we have a compensation plan doesn't mean that you have to go build a team. You're paying your $25 a month for the savings like all of us. You can just use it to buy things for savings. You don't have to build a team. if you don't want to. But if you do, you saw exactly what can happen.
All right, let me stop share everybody. Hold on a second. Okay, so now we've been here an hour and 26 minutes. I keep eye on the time. All right, so let me see if there's any questions in the chat. I was made aware there was some in here. Why does the matrix say 0 PS, 2 PS? Because that's personally sponsored. 0 personally sponsored, 2 personally sponsored, 5 personally sponsored. Good question. Okay, what is a drop card? That's going to be in the back office. You can go check that yourself. It's in the store. Go click on digital and you'll see it. Oh, a drop card. Drop card's different. We don't even do drop cards. I know what drop cards are. They're fold up $100 bills and you drop them and it's got your link on it. I don't suggest doing that because they find your link and they make you come clean it all up. I watched this part 5 times today. All right, Christina, you must be a master by now. Okay, so guys, all of the things that you just saw in the compensation plan, do you know how you make all of that work? You go back to what me and Bob was talking about in the beginning. Show it to 3 people a day. Show it to 1 person a day. Show it to 2 people a day. But do it every single day. Be true to yourself and do it for yourself every single day. Show it to them every single day. Look, make your list on your phone. And I know, I don't want to talk to people in my phone, Ron. It's not the same. You're not trying to sell them anything. All you're trying to do, you can send them a text message. Hey, you finished your Christmas shopping or you done your Christmas? No. Here's something for you. Probably save you a bunch of money on Christmas shopping. Okay? So little things like that. But while I'm here, because we've been here way too long, I don't ever like to go this long on a Zoom. I'm going to take a moment, and if you'd like, hold your hand up again. We'll do about 4 or 5 people, and if it have any questions on the comp plan, I'll be happy to answer you. But before we do that, please know, this comp plan that I just showed you is on our YouTube page. Our YouTube page, you can just go to youtube.com, and in the search bar, put in the search bar Funsaver Network, and you'll see the official page. And you can go watch this comp plan 5 times in a row. However you want to do it, it's strictly up to you, okay? I need help with creating words. I don't know what all that means. Okay, so let's see here. Don't drop them, no, the different techniques. What is a drop card? Yeah, a little confusing because it appears from 0 PS to 8. Okay, the reason that it's 0 PS, the first 8 levels, no. That might be a little confusing. Just know this, that you never trigger the matrix until you get 2 people. When you get 2 people sponsored, yes, you can, if you go to the 8th level, that's the money you collect to the 8th. Then you go to the 9th level, that's the money you get there. Then you go to the 10th level and they're all added up, that's the money you get there. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. We get paid a fast start weekly on new members of coded. No, you get paid fast starts weekly. Your coded bonus in your matrix is your residual income that comes every month, every single month. The next part I don't understand would help with a realistic. It's the next part I don't understand would help with a realistic number. I don't understand what that means, Christina. If we're talking about the coded bonus, everybody coded to you is worth $5 a piece. And it is a real number because when you have 3 people and they go get 5, 2 are passed up to you. So that means there's 6. So $5 times 6 people is $30. Those 6 people, when each one of those gets 5, 2 more are passed to you. So it doubles. It goes from 6 to 12. So you got now 12 times 5, right? Which is 30, I don't know, 60. I don't even know. My numbers are crazy. But you add all those up. You continue to add those up. It's not just one line. You add them all up. Because even Phil asked me one day, he goes, those numbers don't make sense. I see so much on this level. How is it 122,000? Because you add them all together. Just because you have another level like in the matrix doesn't mean it stops there. It continues to go. You pick them all up, right? I watched this part sometimes. Okay, yes. Okay, I don't see anybody's hand up. Do we have a hand at all with a voiced question? I don't see any.
I do, brother.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. 2 unlocks a matrix, 3 unlocks a coded bonus, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, now my question is, let's say 2 people come to me, right? From somebody I sponsored. They sponsored 5, 2 come to me.
No,
Okay.
you have to personally sponsor them.
So when they sign up people,
Mhm.
do I get the second tier fast start from those that are now coded to me?
If you have, yeah, you'll get the fast start. But
You do. But the person who signed those first 5, they get them regardless.
Yeah.
Even though those 2 were passed up.
That
Their
is-
first 5, every person they personally enroll,
Mhm.
they're going to get it. But those 2 that pass up, and then 4 that pass up, and then 8 that pass up, all the ones that pass up to me, I will earn the second and third level fast start bonus on them.
You don't mean pass up. You mean fell down below you.
No. I mean, let's say I sponsored you, right? You sponsored 5 people, 2 of them came to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when they go sponsor 5 people, do I earn the second level fast start, or does the original person?
You're going to earn the fast start's a totally different thing. Stop saying pass up. That ain't got nothing to do with it. When you're over here, I sponsor you, Bob. Okay, I'm going to get a fast start off of you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 2 people yet. I got Bob. That's what I got. Then
Mm-hmm.
Bob goes and sponsors 5 people. Am I going to get the fast start bonus on those 5 people second level? Absolutely. I absolutely am. Now, if you want to talk about the coded bonus, because I sponsored Bob, I sponsored 5 people. And if I sponsored 5 people, I am qualified in the coded bonus.
Right. And how many of those 5 people are you going to get coded to you? 3, right?
Correct.
Now, when the other 2 that are not coded to you any longer, they're coded to your sponsor. Is your sponsor going to receive the fast start levels 2 and 3?
No. You never ever give up your fast starts or your
Okay. Okay. So when I sponsor 5, the 2 that got passed up, John and Jim.
Yeah.
John and Jim go sponsor somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still getting the second and third level fast start, or my sponsor is?
100,
I am.
100% you are.
Okay, so the fast start depth, second level and third level, do not pass up with those coded. Only the coded bonus.
Yes, and neither
Okay.
does the matrix pass
Yeah,
up.
I knew that. I just wondered about, now that they're coded to you, who gets that fast start in second and third level? The original person does.
That is correct.
So will they still see them in their back office as personally enrolled?
Absolutely, they will. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And they will also see in the back office the report shows them the 2 that they passed up. They'll always know who that is.
Right. Those 2 they passed up will still show as personally enrolled.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right. That's what I was wondering. The fast starts just stay intact, 3 levels deep on those 2 that passed up.
100%.
I'm starting to get a little excited there for a second.
You only pass them up in the coded bonus, and that's
Got it.
That's it. That's it. And I think I do say in that video, you only pass these up in the coded bonus. You do not lose them in the fast start, and you do not lose them in the matrix.
Right.
Pretty
You
sure.
do say that. You do say that. You do say that. I just wondered about the second and third level of fast starts.
All remains the same. That's a great question, though. I was going, what am I thinking? I thought I was hearing you wrong at first.
Go ahead, Jim, unmute. Jim's trying to unmute.
Okay. Jim is?
I thought he was. I saw him pointing.
Okay. Okay. There's new messages here. Let's see. The only thing you will get is the $5 per month. No, Jericho. No. $5 per month is per pass up. Yes. Everybody passed up to you $5 per month.
But guess what? Guess what, Jericho? Those people passed up to you for the coded bonus. are also in your downline matrix that you're getting $1 a piece off of.
Correct.
So every single person that you have a $5 code on, whether, if you sponsor 25, 23 of them are coded to you.
Correct.
They don't pass up. So every coded $5 to you is also in your matrix. And in that matrix, whether it came from somebody above that was spilled over, or it was somebody you sponsored or somebody they sponsored, every single person in your matrix you get $1 for. So what that means is every coded person that's coded to you, you're actually earning $6 a month on.
Yep. So look, Jericho.
Why are you shaking your head no, Phil? Are you shaking because you're confused on that, or? Oh, he's muted. Sorry. Go ahead.
Jericho, you sponsor me, right? I'll go put in number 1, number 2, number 3. The computer goes, uh-oh, Ron sponsored 3. We need to find one, and randomly, this is in the coded bonus only. We pass this one up to Jericho. Okay, there it is, right there. Okay. Then I go sponsor number 4, number 5. This one's gone. He goes, oh wait, he has 4 now, so he sponsored a total of 5. Computer goes, let's randomly pick one of these and pass this up to Jericho. Now I have passed up 2 people to you. 2. This is where people don't, this is where they lose it. Watch. Now I'm going to erase me because I don't matter anymore. But I have passed 2 people up to Jericho in the coded bonus, and there they are. Now you did not bring these people in, Jericho. I did. But I passed them up to you because you're my sponsor. Now what happens? These people are coded to you, which means you're making $5 off each one. But wait, this one goes and puts 5 people in. What happens, Jericho? They pass 2 more to you because you didn't sponsor these people, but they're coded to you. And anybody coded to you, when they bring in 5, passes up 2 more. This one here goes and gets 5. Uh-oh, we got to pass 2 more to Jericho. Wait a minute. These are coded to you. This one brings in 5. We got to pass up 2 more to Jericho. This one brings in 5. You see how this just keeps going? It never stops. Every time one is passed up to you and coded to you, when they get 5, 2 more goes to you. That's why I'm showing you and telling you, don't stop at 5. What I showed you on that coded bonus was $122,000 that everybody only got 5. But if you keep going and getting more, you don't pass up anymore. Everybody you personally sponsor, when they get 5, 2 goes to you, 5, 2 goes to you. And all those people coded to you, when they get 5, 2 more goes to you. It never stops. Spillover comes from above, not the same as coded bonus. Nope, that is correct. Not the same as coded bonus. Spillover. Let me address the spillover. Hold on. Yes, correct. I was saying there is no second and third code pass up. No, for anyone who was work. No, you're not losing coded bonuses. The only thing that you have,
he meant fast start, and fast starts. You already clarified that fast starts stay with the original sponsor.
Got
3
it.
levels.
Got it. Got it. Guys, the compounded numbers in a coded bonus are ridiculous. I'm going to tell you that it's a compensation plan that's been around for ages, but it hasn't been put out there in a long, long time. There's a couple of companies that brought it back, but it hasn't been put out there in a long, long time. I was in a company called Excel Communications back in the 80s. Some of you might know that company, early 90s, actually. Some of you might know that company. And I watched people become millionaires on a coded bonus, and because there wasn't a lot of money inside the stuff we were selling in Excel Communications. There wasn't a lot of margins there. So everybody jumped on the coded bonus, and I watched millionaires being made in coded bonuses. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to be a millionaire, but I am telling you that coded bonus plan is absolutely the strongest comp plan in the market. But it's come back a little bit, but it has to fit a certain theme, and it has to fit it because it takes some money to make it worth it. And what I'm telling you is this: the coded bonus plan in Excel Communications was not $5 a person, not even close. And I saw people become millionaires. So you just got to think of what you have on your hands. And if you learn anything in this compensation plan, Learn what Bob told you. 3 people today, 2 people a day, whatever your number is, do your number every day. And what's going to happen is these things are going to start happening for you. And then what's going to happen is you'll have reports. You'll be able to look at them and go, oh, so that's how I got that money. That's where I got the money. That's how it happened. Jericho, if you, and I know you in Excel, so you understand coded bonuses. I don't have to go through it. You got it. Okay. So anyway, any more questions? Let me look at the chat one more time. We're going to get out of here, folks. We're going to garage qualification. But don't let it, this is so easy to talk about. No, that's right. There are no garage qualifications or covered qualifications. We were sponsored by Jay. Yeah, not the same coded bonus. Spillover comes from above. Yeah. Yes, correct. I was saying, yeah, got it. Okay, RK, will you call me when this meeting is? Yeah, because I want to know who introduced you to this, because I want to be sure you're connected with them. 662-836-7922. Okay, let me keep going up here. Keep going up. The only thing you get is the $5. Yeah, that's right. That's the spillover part, original sponsor. All right, guys, listen. We've been here for an hour. Good Lord, hour and 42 minutes. I knew it would be long. I will let this thing render. I will have it on our YouTube page tomorrow. You are more than welcome to go take a look at it. Last thing I want to leave you with is this. I have been working on the school community. I am putting videos in there, and probably, I'm not going to say Friday, but I will say Monday, I will be ready to open it up for everyone to get into the school community. And it is free. We're not charging anything to do that. Okay, but it's one place that we'll all be. Bob, if you'd love to, sir, close us out, come back up and let us know what your thought process is.
Yeah, no, the last thing I want to say is, guys, don't try to like manipulate and figure out the comp plan. I'm putting together a little spreadsheet just to give you an idea where you can change the numbers if you sponsor 5, but I'll give you an idea. Right now, I think Carly said she had 87 people already personally sponsored. Isn't that what she said?
Yeah, 84.
All right. So that alone, just if she stopped, which knowing Carly, the little I know her now, I don't think she's going to stop. But if she stopped right now, she's making $512 a month.
Yeah.
And that's not counting if any of those 87 people refer anyone.
And
that's just her 87 people.
Yeah, that's not counting her fast start bonus. That's not counting.
That's not counting her fast start. No, that's the monthly residual. $512. All of it, coded and matrix.
Okay, got it.
87 people.
Okay.
And I'm putting a little spreadsheet together so you guys can have it and just use it and type in some numbers. You can put 5 in, 10 in, 20 in. It'll all, calculate for you. But I do got to say, you got to move forward with just a little belief, like borrow Ron's belief, my belief. This comp plan is going to pay us a lot of money if we just do the basic activity, which is a minimum of refer 5. Refer 5, help them refer 5. And then once you've helped them refer 5, guess what? Now they can help their 5 refer 5. And they can help their 5 refer 5. If that is the only thing we did, it will not take very long to fill up the entire matrix. Okay, individually. So it's easy to get in the weeds. I used to be the guy that wanted to get ready, and I wanted to Excel spreadsheet everything, and I wanted to know every single thing. And Ron, in 2010, that cat that was our mentor for a moment, he told me, stop worrying about this, worry about this activity. And guys, I never made more than $7,000 in network marketing. Not in a month, in 8 years, I made $7,000. The first year I focused on activity, I made $45,000. The second year I focused on activity, I made $175,000. It's all about the basic activity that will build the check. If you focus on that, the money will pay you. It will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So folks, let me leave you with this. Tomorrow night, Mr. Bob Bearden will be doing our opportunity webinar. Same place. We're on zoom.com. I'm going to make a suggestion. Bob had mentioned to you this evening about getting this in front of people. The best thing you can do tomorrow during the day is call everybody on your phone and go, have you done your Christmas shopping? Oh, you haven't. There's a company out there that's saving people tons of money Christmas shopping. You might want to attend the webinar that they're showing us tomorrow night. That's it.
That's a good post too, by the way, guys. Hey, have you gotten all your Christmas shopping done? I just saved $500 shopping at this new shopping club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something simple like that. Anyway,
All right,
appreciate all
folks.
you guys hanging out. Thank you, Ron, for being
Thank
here.
you, Bobby, again. Thank you so much. Now, listen, 2 weeks from now, we won't go this long. We're just going to be talking about how to build a business, because I'll have this video you can always go watch, and it'll be there. You can go through it. So everybody have a fantastic night. God bless. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the questions. Thank you, everybody, helping us out. We'll see you tomorrow on the Opportunity Meeting.